Like, I'm not into that. Anyways, so the bird ones are like these, the burned ones are these alien creatures? Not aliens, but like creatures that murder and kill people. And apparently change them into them as well through like infection or scratches or something. I'm still very new to this, so not going to quote me on that. Do not quote me on that. We'll learn more later on. But in the end of the episode, Farragonda, shady Farragonda, does say that she is Bloom might be connected because the burned ones came. The last sighting of the burned ones, of a burned one, was 16 years ago, which is when Bloom would have been born. And I'm wrapping back around to what Aisha said. Bloom is a changeling, which apparently is there's a lot of mystery on that. But like, it's bad, not good. Not saying she's a bad person or anything, but like, apparently a changeling, according to Aisha, was someone who has no human parents. Like, they, at birth or in the womb, they were switched. They were changed with another baby. So that's a changeling, as far as we know in the first episode, and as far as I understand. So Farragonda's aware of this, and she's very clearly hiding it from Bloom. So Bloom had no idea. But at the end of the episode, Farragonda's saying, making these connections between the burned one's last attack being 16 years ago when Bloom would have been born. And some reason that's connected with the changeling, her being a changeling, which not sure how that's connected yet. Yeah, this changeling thing going on. One of the pictures on Bloom's phone when she was looking up the changeling thing was a fire fairy, being a fire fairy, like, and why that was bad. And it was like, wait a minute. No one so far has said, and I'm assuming people know she's a fire fairy, has said anything about, oh, that's so rare, or that's bad, oh my gosh, and no one's given that reaction yet. So, and assumingly they all know. So, it's like, oh, okay, so do they or don't they have a bad rep? Apparently, I don't know. So the fire fairy thing is still up in the air for me. If it's bad, good, according to everyone else. But what she was looking at the changeling thing, that was definitely, well, maybe it's just for the changeling fire fairy. Maybe that is what's bad. I don't know. But anyways, I'm just saying from the one little shot we saw on her phone about changeling and scary picture and saying about fire fairy, and she's like, and per phone notes, like, I would too. Like, what? She's going through her enough time. Now, getting down to the nitty gritty, what you've all been waiting for. Bloom's relationship to her parents. Here we go. All right. So, Bloom, right now, has no idea she's adopted because apparently she's a changeling. They changed that out. That she was switched in the womb magically rather than found and adopted. So apparently she's not. She is technically, but not exactly adopted. And her parents, yeah. I think we're supposed to hate her mom. I certainly do. Bloom certainly does. So, yeah, a very bad relationship with her parents. Very interesting way to go about things. I'm like, okay, all right. And, like, are we supposed, like, I get, like, she set her house on fire and stuff and freaked herself out and things. And that was very traumatic and very dark. And like, is it bad that I kind of like that? Is it bad that I actually kind of like that was, I don't like her mom, but I do like the backstory of her freaking out about her powers by accident. She was mad. She accidentally set the house on fire, and she felt really bad about it and stuff. So like, I did like that. I did enjoy the way they did that. So I did really enjoy that and like that. So yeah, yeah. So for Bloom, I did enjoy kind of the darker backstory that I gave her. I mean, her backstory is dark enough as it is. But oh, should I say this? It's just a theory that came into my head of how they would connect the original to this and what's going on. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Okay. All right, guys. Theory that just popped in my head. All right. Out of the blue. Daphne is the burned one. The scary monster. So maybe the burned ones possibly might be from Domino or her family, or people from Domino who are victims. And, you know, and then this is their curse. So possibly, so like, because when Bloom was hiding from the burned one, she heard her name, like Daphne would have been, like psychically, like she, like calling for her, like Daphne. And maybe that's why that burned one was after her. We don't know that thing was going to hurt her. We just assume because it's scary and creepy and it's clearly trying to get her. So we don't necessarily know if that means it's going to hurt her, though. Because then we know she's, or something, according to Paraganda, there's a connection. So possibly, maybe that burned one that Farragonda captured is Daphne. Maybe Daphne's trying to reach her through the burned ones, and the burned ones have something to do with her home, her people, where she's from. Bam! Theory. Complete theory. We'll see. I'm only on the first episode, so we'll see. So we'll see if that pans out. So, yeah, so anyways, I don't like her mom. She's very bad, very mean, bad mom, or at least basically wanted her daughter to be a cheerleader, like Bloom said. So kind of mom. Yeah, so very bitchy mom, basically. Very bitchy mom. And her dad's just kind of sitting back. I'm like, dude, have a backbone to your wife. Yeah. And they act all loving and things. And I'm like, I kind of agree with Bloom. You don't seem like good parents. I really love Mike and Vanessa, but like this version of them, I'm like, I mean, I do. It's more realistic. It's a lot more realistic. And it is fueling into Bloom. Maybe Dark Bloom. Who knows? People are theorizing about that scene. And I'm not going to say I'm going to deny that. I would love to see. But, you know, this is because I'm a huge Dark Bloom fan. So, anyways. Yeah, so very... not as great of a relationship, but honestly, Mike and Vanessa were a little too perfect anyway, so it's like, okay, this is realistic, you know. It's realistic. I'm not saying that. I'm not necessarily liking them necessarily, but they are realistic. I will say that. I will give it that. They are very realistic, so that is all I'm going to say about Bloom's parents at this point. So, yeah, I think I've checked everything off. No, I haven't. Ooh, I was going to wrap it with Bloom. I'll say this real quick. Sky and Stella being like a thing. Like a romantic thing. I don't like it. I think that was a really chintzy move of them. The most popular girl, most popular guy, and being, on and off relationship and things, like, I don't like it. That was a cop-out. I do believe that was a cop-out, in my personal opinion. I didn't like it at all. I think that was just very unoriginal of them. And, of course, we all know that's nothing like the show. I mean, I'm a Sky and Bloom fan. I've always been a huge Sky and Bloom fan, and a shipper. But, like, just what they did with Stella and Sky, the only way I would support it originally is if they did something different with it. But the way they've done it is so stereotypical, I'm just like, guys, you could have done better. If you want people to jump onto this, you could have just done better. So, yeah. That's just my opinion on that. I did not like that. It was just the way they played it. I mean, I wouldn't have supported it, like, generally, unless it was written really well in a very interesting way. They did not do that. So that's just like, no, I'm not. I'm looking forward to more Bloom Sky. And then general, yeah. Anyways, but I mean, otherwise, we might not just, we could just like, oh, well, how Bloom being a confident, independent woman, work for that too. Go for it. I'm perfectly happy to have that. But yeah, so Bloom has a little bit of an anger thing. She might be pulling on some dark magic. That'd be interesting. Since her emotions are very angry when she's summoning her powers. So far, so we shall see. And that is my review. Wrapping it up, guys. 45 minutes. Gosh. Wrapping it up, that is my review of the first episode. It's practically the length of the first episode. Of Fated, and as an original fan, yeah. I mean, this is just my review. So, this is my feelings on those particular things I've seen, and that's about it. So, this is Sailor Lyoko for life, and I'm signing off, and I will see you guys in the next video, which will be, because I am doing this consecutively, because I have a whole day off tomorrow, so I plan on trying to get through the whole series tomorrow, and do a video after each episode, a review video. So, yeah. So that way I'm not just binging, but giving separate thoughts and things, and feelings and theories and whatnot. So, I will see you guys in the next video for this series of reviewing Fated compared to Winx Club and as an original fan. This is Sailor Lyoko for life signing off. See you guys next time. Bye.